Wayne, your thoughts?
Yeah, no, I'm delighted in the end, of course, to get a point. I think Watford are a very good team, very powerful team. And first 10 minutes, I thought we couldn't get to grips with the game, and you know, I think they've got the best player in the league, and I thought we handled them really well. A lot of the times after 10 minutes. So yeah, I think after they scored, we done well to get back in the game. It was a fantastic goal from Andre. And then I thought we were okay after that. We settled into our shape a little bit, and then we conceded a terrible goal from our point of view. Straight free kick and cross the box. But then I thought there was a real shift in mentality second half. I thought we'd come out and we played a little bit more. We used Grimmy a little bit more. We spread our centre backs out a bit more and made it very difficult for them to put pressure on us, and we were finding the wide areas quite easily. The quality crossing in the box weren't great. If that was better, I think we maybe could score, could create a few more chances, and we kept pushing. And I thought the lads who come on made a difference again, which is really important to us. And I thought in the end we deserved the point.
The 2 goals from Andre, I mean, they were at the highest quality, weren't they?
Yeah, he was, and especially his second goal is obviously a fantastic finish. But I think the first goal, you know, I know how difficult that is, the technique, the concentration you need. Ball coming over your shoulder for that finish is, you know, it's world class. So, no, I'm delighted for Andre. I was going to take him off actually, not too long before the second goal, but made the decision to leave him on because, you know, you can have a moment, and I felt we would put a few more direct balls into the box, and maybe I can have an impact, and thankfully he did with a great finish.
He's only here till January as things stand. I mean, are the conversations to be had with Andre?
Yeah, no, listen, that's what I said to you a couple of days ago. You know, we've got a lot of games coming up from now till January, and we will sit down, of course, and have a conversation in how we move forward. But yeah, no, listen, you can see the quality he's got and the importance he's having on the team. So I'm sure before January there will be conversations in place, and we see where they get to.
Lewis Gibson back in the side, and obviously he created that first goal as well. How happy were you with his performance?
Yeah, very pleased. I think, especially, you know, Watford first half, we tried to close the space, and he kept playing a lot of direct balls in behind Gibbo, and obviously he's got the speed there as well. And I thought he'd done okay. He handled that well. He back in as captain. I thought he led by example, kept us pushing towards the end, and used him as an emergency number 9 towards the end as well, and he put his body in. So yeah, very pleased with him, especially to get to 90 minutes after missing the amount of weeks he's missed.
Well, Whittaker had come off about 20 minutes from the end, looked like some sort of foot injury.
Yeah, it's a toe injury he's been having over the last couple of weeks, and I think, you know, fair play to him, because he's really struggled this week with it, and he's done everything he can to try and get on the pitch, and we felt, you know, one knock or one little kick on it would kick it off again, and that's exactly what's happened. So I think the players you need, the players who want to play, and Morgan never missed a training session. He's missed a couple this week with his toe, and fair play to him for getting to the minutes he did.
And no Ryan Hardy in the 20?
No, well, Ryan was meant to start the game actually, and he's pulled out this morning. He's felt his groin, and we had a conversation an hour and a half before the game when we were here, whether we play him or not. I had a conversation with Ryan, and I think we both felt that, you know, missing him for this game, you know, I'd rather miss him for this game and maybe have him Tuesday or for the next 5-6 games than gamble with him tonight and miss him for the next 5-6 games. So I think it was the right decision.
Many thanks.
Thank you.
The obvious follow-up to that question, Wayne, then, is who would have been on the bench out of the 2 strikers that played?
I never said it was a striker.
Who wouldn't have played?
No, listen, it's, of course, I know that's a question you'll be looking for the answers. Well, Andre was playing, that's for sure. But no, listen, the squad's going to be very important over the next few weeks. The difficult game Tuesday, then Saturday. So we know how important all the players are for this period, and we've looked at the next, including tonight. We looked at the 3 games and tried to, you know, have an idea of what team we're going to play in each game. So there will be changes. We players coming in over the next few weeks, and we have to use the squad as best we can.
Ryan's not too bad though.
No, we hope not. He's having a scan tomorrow. It weren't too bad. We could have risked him today, but you know, that would have meant that he either pulls out in the warm-up or comes off after 10 minutes and we lose a sub and etc. So I think it was the sensible decision to leave him out tonight.
We've seen it with Michael Obafemi a couple of times this season. It's amazing how often players score against their former clubs. In your experience, is that just coincidence, or did Andre and does that give you a little bit extra when you're playing?
Yeah, of course it means something a little bit different. We're playing a former club, and I was surprised really the reception you got from the Watford fans. I thought that was a bit disrespectful considering what he's done for the club. But yeah, karma comes back sometimes, and he's scored 2 fantastic goals tonight against his former club, so I'm sure that will hurt the Watford fans and make their journey home a lot less enjoyable. But for us, it's about us. It's about what he can do for us, and I thought his work rate. We've been getting more and more fitness work in over the last few weeks, and delighted he's got through the 90 minutes and has enabled him to pull out a great goal.
You started with 3 at the back. Morgan was sort of in the number 10 behind 2 strikers. What was the thinking behind that? Because that was quite a...
I was listening to you a few weeks ago. No, it's...
The way the game started you should listen to me.
No, listen, I think obviously the way I wanted to play was I wanted 2 forwards on the pitch. I think reflecting over the international break, I wanted to try and get the ball in the box more and create more chances. So playing 3 at the back means you're playing with wing backs, and Morgan's certainly not wing back. And I think a player of Morgan's quality, you try and get him in the team, and I felt putting him in that 10 role, giving him a free role in possession, and I thought he helped us massively, to be fair, in the first half, getting back onto the number 10 and trying to stop them. And then we couldn't get the ball to him enough. He had a couple of half opportunities, but yeah, I just felt it was the right decision tonight.
Can I just ask you a couple about Norwich, ahead of that
Yep.
one? Obviously, you weren't entirely pleased about playing on a Friday night after the international break, but it does give you a little bit of extra time before the Norwich game. Now we're sat here now. Will it help just to have a little bit of extra time before Norwich?
Yeah, of course. Now you've got the extra day, of course. I still stand by what I said. I think whether we would have won, lost or drew the game tonight, I think it's not great for any team playing on a Friday after the international break. And obviously I know Tom well, and I know he's had players come straight here from international duty, which is crazy. I understand for TV and certain things like that, but I think there has to be exceptions where you have to take the players' health into consideration. That they're on long flights back, then they're asked to travel when they land and then try and play a game at a very high level. I think it's not great for the players. So, or for coaches obviously in your preparation, but I think for players, I left Barley on the bench, Moose on the bench today, left Freddie on the bench today, because they've not long got back in. I think we need to take care of the players a little bit better than that.
What are your thoughts on Norwich as a team?
Good team, good energy, good goal scorers in the team. Again, I think, as I say every week, it's going to be a very difficult game away from home, where we got a good result against Derby last time out, so hopefully we can improve on that maybe in another very difficult game.
Norwich is one of Argyle's longest trips of the season. Blown up before. Is that happening this time around?
Yeah, we're flying to Norwich, yeah. So we're flying. We can't get out after the game, so we'll stay over and fly back on the Wednesday morning.
So sort of up on Monday, back on the Wednesday?
Sorry?
Up on Monday and back on the Wednesday?
Yeah.
But that's better than spending all that time on the bus though, isn't it?
Yeah, of course. I think it's important, obviously, flying there, and we had to be in the air by 11 p.m. After the game, which is, there's no way we would have done that. So we're going to stay over and then fly back Wednesday morning. So, yeah, it's good for us to be flying, of course. But yeah, that's, whether it was flying or coach, we have to prepare right and make sure we do the best to try and get a result.
Thanks for your time. Enjoy.
Thank you.
Well, 6 unbeaten at home now. You must be pleased with that.
Yeah, I think especially when you're going towards the end of the game, and I still felt we get something out of the game, and I think when you do it, a few times and you score late goals, you get that feeling, and I think you can feel the fans getting behind the players towards the end, and We've obviously put more balls in the box and more bodies in the box, and I had that feeling that we'd get something, and thankfully we did. So yeah, it's better than losing the game, of course, and it's important when you don't win games that you try not to lose, and that point could be a big point for us coming out of the season.
That's Tom Cudley, and as you said, you know him. You can't legislate for a team that keeps scoring so near the death all the time, you know, at the end of the game, can you? What can you do to defend against that if a team's just coming at you and scoring? You know, I mean, what a record you've had.
Yeah, no, I think it's a big credit to the players as well, to me staff as well, because you know we put a lot of work in, and we work the players extremely hard, and we try and have them in the best physical condition they can be to make sure we do that. And I felt last 15 minutes Watford did tire, and we kept pushing, and if that's something which can give us that little bit of advantage, of course we haven't got the biggest budget, if that's something which can give us an advantage towards the end of the games, then we have to do everything we can to try and take that, but try not to push the players too far. So I think we've got a real good balance of getting the players fit and ready to play for the 90 minutes.
And when a world-class striker like you says that there's a world-class finish from Andre Gray, I mean, that ball that he took down, just a volley, I mean, it does take technical ability, doesn't it? You know, that's where his experience lies.
Yeah, it does, and I think it's, you know, watching the ball come over your shoulder and getting the right technique, it's a lot of concentration, and you know, 9 times out of 10 it can go anywhere. It can go over the bars, you can pull it, you can go for a throw in, but he's hit it perfect. And I think when you've played the game as long as Andre has, and you've got his experience, you understand that you don't try and, you know, hit it as hard as you can. You really focus on your technique, and I think that's what he's done, and God's reward for that.
He's been a breath of fresh air, hasn't he?
He's been fantastic, and I think he's a great character around the dressing room. And when I brought him in, of course there was some noises about his character, but he's been a breath of fresh air. On the pitch, I think he's getting better, the more he's getting fitter and the more he's playing. But off the pitch, he's a real character amongst the players, so yeah, been delighted to bring him in.
Can I just ask
Just one, please, Brendan.
Yeah, so I just wondered, obviously you've got a lot of strikers in, but they haven't all got a lot of championship experience. Ryan Hardy played a bit last season. Andre's experience of this level for the likes of Watford and QPR and West Brom, how important has that been, not just to the club but also to the other players around it?
Yeah, of course it's important, and I think, as I said before, he comes in as a senior player. He's conducted himself excellently. I think we've used him over this period the right amount of times in what we've used him. We've brought him in, we've left him out, and we've managed him really well. Yeah, and his experience at this level is, you know, for not just for, you know, the forwards, but for you've got a lot of young players in the squad. You know, young Freddie, for Teague, for them, for Caleb, for them young players. You know, we were just coming in at this level and experiencing it. He's great for them to have in the dressing room to try and lean on.